The rain was coming down hard, one of those cold, slanting rains that made the whole world feel heavy. Inside Maggie's little bakery, the warm hum of ovens and the soft glow of string lights made it feel like a different universe. But the door opened with a rush of cold air, and in walked a man who looked like he'd been carrying the weight of the world on his shoulders. His jacket was thin, his shoes were soaked, and he kept gripping a tiny, crumpled envelope as if it were his lifeline. His name was Ethan, a single father doing his best in a life that never seemed to give him a break. He approached the counter, voice barely above a whisper. Excuse me. Do you have an expired cake? Or maybe a damaged one? It's my daughter's birthday today, and I don't have enough. He swallowed hard. I could pay a little, not much. But I just want her to have a cake. At the corner table, hidden behind a newspaper but very much listening, sat Victor Hale, owner of Hale Enterprises, one of the biggest real estate corporations on the East Coast. A man worth billions. A man who was known for skyscrapers, not for softness. But the sentence expired cake made him lower his paper. Maggie, the bakery owner, had tears in her eyes as she stepped forward. Sweetheart, she said softly, we don't sell expired cakes here, but give me 1 minute. She disappeared into the kitchen. Ethan stood quietly, staring at the floor, embarrassed and exhausted. Victor watched him, really watched him. The soaked shoes, the thin coat, the way he kept wiping his eyes when he thought no one was looking. This wasn't a man looking for a handout, Victor realized. This was a father trying to keep a promise. Maggie returned with a small pink box. Inside was a beautiful, freshly made strawberry cake decorated with tiny sugar butterflies. This is on the house, she said. Ethan's eyes widened. No, I can't. I asked for. You asked for something for your daughter, she said. And this is for her. Ethan tried to speak, but his voice cracked. He hugged the box like it contained the whole universe. He turned to leave, and that's when Victor stood up. Excuse me? Victor said, approaching him. May I ask your daughter, how old is she turning? Ethan whispered. She wants to be an artist. She draws on anything she finds. Napkins, receipts, paper scraps. I promised her a birthday cake. But extra hours at work got cut this weekend. He stopped, ashamed. Victor nodded slowly. Would you mind if I walked with you? Ethan hesitated, then nodded. They walked through the rainy street to a small basement apartment. Inside, the place was clean but sparse. At a wobbly table sat a little girl with big brown eyes and a smile that could light up a city. Daddy, she shouted. You got a cake. Ethan set it down, and she gasped. It's beautiful. Victor watched quietly, something tightening in his chest. He looked around and saw drawings everywhere. Astonishingly good drawings for a 6-year-old. Colorful, imaginative, full of heart. May I see these? Victor asked gently. The little girl handed him one. That's my dream house, she said proudly. A big house with windows everywhere, so it's always bright. Victor felt a sting behind his eyes, because he recognized something. He, too, grew up in a dark, cramped place where dreams lived on scraps of paper. But no one ever heard his quiet wishes. Victor knelt in front of her. What's your name, sweetheart? Lily, she said. Well, Lily? Victor said softly. I think you're going to change the world. She giggled. Daddy says that too. Victor looked at Ethan. And he's right. He stood up, took a business card from his wallet, and handed it to Ethan. I run an outreach foundation for families, he said. Housing support, job placement, childcare assistance. If you're willing, I'd like you and Lily to be part of it. Ethan stared at him, stunned. Why us? Victor looked at Lily's drawings again. Because I heard a father ask for an expired cake instead of letting his daughter go without. And people with that kind of heart deserve a doorway. Sometimes they just need someone to open it. Ethan covered his face with his hands, overwhelmed. Lily hugged her dad tightly, then hugged Victor's leg. Thank you, mister. Victor cleared his throat, trying not to show how deeply it hit him. Within a month, Ethan had a stable job through the foundation. He and Lily were moved into a bright, warm apartment. Lily was enrolled in an art program for gifted children, her first real chance to shine. And every year after that, until she turned 18, a pink strawberry cake arrived on her birthday with a small note. Never stop dreaming. VH. The world didn't change in a single moment. But for one father and his little girl, a billionaire overhearing a request for an expired cake changed everything.